Shut up, stupid. I picked what? The most dad app? Mm-hmm. Because
like, that sounds like a physical piece of stuff. That
Yeah.
sounds like a machine I would have.
Exactly.
As a dad.
Right. Well, we're recording our voices, so why not download the app that's called Voice Recorder? Mm-hmm. There we go.
Not like a new nice app that's all like specifically for
fuck!
podcasts.
You're one of those fucking millennials. It's gotta be new.
I am young.
And it's gotta be if you're young. Well, I guess we're gonna start this podcast with lies.
Shut up, Steven.
So it's gotta be the new one. It's gotta be the cool, the best one. It's gotta be the one that Joe Rogan uses, because
I'm just saying
he's the
recommended
podcast
one.
motherfucker.
It was either Joe Rogan or it was Your Mom's House where they recommend an app.
Your Mom's House is the best. Wait, I don't know. Joe Rogan was what first got me into podcasts.
Me too.
And then Your Mom's House is just so silly.
It's very entertaining.
Yeah, it's just so enjoyable because it's silly. It's not because Joe like has a lot of serious stuff, you know, like
It's very educational. I learned a lot from it.
yeah, but sometimes I don't want to learn stuff.
I know.
I'm kind of tired of learning.
It's full. It's full. It doesn't
My
work right anymore.
My sponge drips with knowledge.
Mine has holes in it. Big holes in it.
Most sponges have holes in them.
No, like big chunks are missing
Oh,
from my sponge.
It's probably that stuff right there. So, what's our podcast going to be called?
Shut up, stupid.
I like it. It's perfect.
That's it. This is an inaugural episode.
Inaugural episode. Inaugural.
Listen, back to Your Mom's House.
Okay.
The last episode was...
The newest one? Mm-hmm. I haven't listened to it yet.
Really?
With the Mark something?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Mark B.
I've been listening to. I've been going hard with audiobooks.
Oh, yeah.
I've been listening to
The dragons and...
There's no fucking dragons.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There's shard
I
bears.
thought it was like some D&D shit that you
No.
were listening to.
There's shard bearers, you motherfucker.
Shard bears or berries?
Bearers.
Shard
Like
bearers?
Yeah, they carry shard weapons.
Shard weapons?
Yeah, like a sword that...
Shard weapons?
No, shard.
Oh.
With a D. They have swords that they... I don't know where they come from, honestly.
They make them out of shards of shit.
No, there's no shit. They just 10 heartbeats and they have a sword in their hand. They have cool fucking names.
Back up. What about the heartbeats?
10 heartbeats. So that's what it takes for them to summon their shard blade. Like they're called shard blades. They also have shard plate, which is like armor. But their shard blades are their weapons. And they have different names like Oathbringer and fucking, cool shit like Thor's.
Like Stormbreaker.
Yeah, cool shit like that. And when they summon them, as they call it, they put their hand down and they have to wait 10 heartbeats before it's summoned. So if they're summoning it when they're calm, it takes more time. And then logically, like if they're at war or a battle's happening and their heart rate goes up, it comes to them faster. But they have to wait 10 heartbeats. And one of the main guys talks about how, that's the only thing he hears whenever he's summoning it. Like he can hear his heart beating and he like counts the heartbeats and stuff. And then once the shards come, the blades or whatever, they can cut anything. They're almost lightsaber like, but then when they cut flesh, they don't actually cut it. They cut the soul. Essentially, is how they explain it. Like any person that even if they have armor, it just goes right through and it cuts the person dead, and their eyes go black and smoke pours out of their eyes, and they're fucking just instantly.
Cool.
Yeah, they're instantly dead. Okay. Yeah.
Super goth.
So these are the yeah, super goth. It's very dark. I love it.
I love it.
You want to drink some Clamato? But anyway, it's yeah. But there's a very select few that have these shards, and then if you kill a shard bearer, you take it. You get to have it. Like if you kill one.
The shard.
The shard plate and their blade and the shard blade. And part of the story is like a person that's a shard bearer, but he doesn't understand why. Right now, he's talking about like he doesn't understand why all the shards are used for weapons. Why didn't they make them for tools? You know, like to make people's lives easier and shit like that. And then one of them is a slave right now, and it doesn't really tell you, but you get the idea that he won a shard. He defeated a shard bearer on the field, and he got the shard plate, but they said, no, fuck you, we're not going to abide by this, and they took it from him.
Who's
and
they?
made him a slave. The Light Eyes. So
okay, we're getting into a lot of shit here.
Yeah, I've been listening to this hard.
I listen so hard.
Yeah, so Light Eyes are like the supreme race of people. They're the wealthy.
They're the Aryans.
They're the but kind of, because they're the one of the main guys, not Dalinar, the other one. Damn it, can't think of his name. Kaladin. I think that's right. He talks about how they're liars. He's like, they're deceptive, they're liars, they're full of shit. But everybody else reveres them as like almost godlike. They're princes and they're kings and they're the upper ups. But he got fucked over by them. Well, at least you get the impression that he does. It doesn't explain what happened. The story starts out with like him in battle, and he has the best squad, and he's the bad ass dude. He goes to war, and he's like rushing ahead of everyone, and they kick everybody's ass, and nobody dies in his squad, because he's the man. You know, they call him like the light, or what do they call him? Something like he's not a Light Eyes, but he's like the next best thing to him or whatever. and then the next thing you know, the next part of the story, he's a slave, and he's been branded on his forehead. They brand slaves on their forehead, and he's been branded as a traitor, which is like the worst thing you can be as a slave. Which doesn't really explain why, but he keeps making comments like, the Light Eyes are fucking liars and stuff like that. So, and then somebody says something like, if you defeat a shard bearer on the field, you get their shards. That's how it is. And he's like, it's not really how it is, but he doesn't argue with the guy because he knows everybody believes that. But he's one of the few that actually beat one, but you don't know. So anyway, he doesn't explain. It doesn't link that part yet. It's a fucking 48-hour long book, so it's probably gonna be a while.
How far are you?
I don't know. I have to have over 10 hours. Well over 10 hours. Yeah,
but you could get that in 1 week.
Well, I could do like 6 hours a week.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes I don't listen to it straight because I love listening to NPR and stuff too. But I haven't been listening to it much lately. I don't give a shit. Like, everybody's fucking.
It's hard to care about anything.
Everybody's a liar. Yeah, because everything matters. Everything is so important now. Like, you know what I mean? Like every story.
But it
is. But
is.
it isn't. It's when everything when
nihilism.
You're right. When nothing matters, everything matters.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's so. It's how you decide to zoom in.
Kind
of
funny, because I don't feel like that's the view of the people that all this little shit matters to.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know
yeah, for sure. They're not nihilistic in the slightest.
No.
But it's the perspective that you're looking at it from. You know, you're like, wow, yeah. But you can zoom in and zoom out at any point. You know, if you zoom way out, you can go, yeah, this doesn't matter. This means nothing. You know, it's not that important in the grand scheme of things. This will pass, and nobody will.
Which, by the way, that's kind of the stance I've taken on almost everything lately.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't care. It ain't gonna matter in 5 minutes.
True nihilism, right? But then you can zoom in and be in that moment and thinking about those people and what they're going through, and be like, God, how terrible or how amazing or whatever, you know. But anyway, so I've been doing a lot of listening to that book. That's been my focus lately. I really want to push forward with it. I can't remember.
It's so great. It's
amazing. So well, they don't like repeat the title. It's not like you pick up the
shards and stuff. But
well,
I can't
so that's
remember the name.
So that's the difference in the audiobook is like I pull up the app.
It.
Yeah, they don't mention it. You don't read the cover of the book. You just open the app and hit play, and boom, you're back right where you left off. It is. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Oh.
Hold on. It is. Is this thing still recording? Yeah, it's still recording, I think. Brandon Sanderson, The Way of Kings.
I
Book
remember we talked
one.
about it before.
Book one of the Stormlight Archive. So, it follows a bunch of different people and a bunch of different.
It's like sounds like some weird cross between Gladiator and Game of Thrones.
No, it's not.
Okay.
There's not.
Nope, it's not that.
No, it's not Gladiator like at all. It's
Well,
not.
he's like a badass and then becomes a slave. That's Gladiator. So don't say at all.
Okay, yeah, that's true, I guess. But it's not. He's not a slave like that. He's not a gladiator. Like he's a slave that's a gladiator. He's a bridge carrier. He's a bridgeman.
He's just doing some grunt work.
He's below grunt. He's just fucking the lowest of the low. Bridgemen are bait. Like they basically explain that. So they fight these people called the Parshendi on the Shattered Plains, which are basically a bunch of plateaus with crack. It's like a giant plain with cracks all through it, and the only way to get across it is with bridges. And he's a bridgeman. He's responsible for carrying the bridge that the soldiers walk across to fight the Parshendi. And in reality, they're not there to carry the bridge. They're there for the Parshendi to shoot at them with arrows, so that they don't shoot at the soldiers who are actually important. They're just bait. That's all they are. They're an easy target for the Parshendi. So he's the bridgemen are just considered dead. You're dead. It's just a matter of time, and you're gonna be dead.
But he's not.
No, and he had one bridge run where he took the place of the front center guy. Like you're standing in the front of the bridge. They're not allowed to use shields or anything. You're just right. The arrows are coming right at you. And there's four guys in the front of the bridge or something like that. And like all three of the four on his first time up there. So he went and took the place. He was trying to get he was trying to get his bridge crew on his side. He decided he was going to try to protect them and save them because that's who he is. Because of the history with his dad and stuff, which is a whole fucking story. But anyway, he went up front in the center and took the place of somebody else that basically was dead. Everybody was like, "You take that spot, you're dead." And he had arrows that just glanced him, and he had arrows all around his head on the bridge and just everywhere. And they say that he's like part of the Radiance. He's almost an angel, like he can't die, sort of thing. So
The Radiance.
the Radiance is the angels, essentially, is the way they've explained it.
Angels.
Yeah, kind of. They haven't touched on it very much. So the one guy that's a high prince, who's not a slave, has visions, and one of the visions, or a lot of the visions he has are of the Radiance, which are like the back in the day. They're the angels. They're the protectors of man, sort of thing, and they protect them from the Voidbringers. And the Voidbringers are like the demons, essentially. Like that's the best way to make it simple, So it's cool. I picked it because it was a really long book, and I was like, I do a lot of driving, so this will fill a lot of time, and it's really interesting. And the more I listen to it, the more interested I get into it.
Yeah.
So.
Look, I'm not into it because of all the fantasy aspects.
Right. You're not into fantasy.
No, none of it's real. Don't like it.
Yeah, except Game of Thrones. You watched like 6 episodes, and like I have to watch all of it now.
Yeah, I love that.
I remember because you said I was watching the first time when those stupid White Walkers
showed up,
or whatever they call them, and I was like, I'm done. This is stupid. I'm going back to watching Walking Dead, which is what White Walkers are. They're fucking zombies.
Didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, they're zombies. I'll watch zombies, but I won't watch zombies.
Not white ones.
Not if they're fucking.
Not if they're white.
Yeah, it's very racist of you. And then you actually watched it. It's fucking good.
It's really
Game
good.
of Thrones is amazing.
It's really good.
And we're like a year away from.
I was just thinking that it's a long wait.
No,
It's a long wait for that. It's a long wait for the next Infinity War.
I thought you were gonna say Walking Dead, and I was gonna say, is it though?
No, that's October.
Is it though?
I remember because when Ari was born in October, I was like, look, you better not fucking be born when Walking Dead is premiering, or I'm gonna hate you for the rest of your life.
But now you don't.
Now
even,
it's terrible.
Yeah, now you don't even look forward to it. That show just
Terrible.
slid off the plate. Just
Terrible.
yeah, it's the wedge salad on the side of the plate that you're just
It's
like, I
the
don't
grilled wedge
even
salad.
fucking care about you. I'll eat it because it's there. I'll take a few bites, but
I
I'm
have
not
to keep up on it
passionate about
because the comic is still good. The graphic novel is still good. And it's way beyond what's on the show.
Oh, look at me! I read the book.
So I have to keep up with that one. The show sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah, for sure.
Pause that.
Pause what?
Hmm?
There's no pausing.
Yeah, we're allowed to go to break.
No, there's no break. There's no commercial.
This bone dry.
We're 15 minutes in.
That's fine. It's still got shit to talk about, but... Okay, well then, I guess you will have a soliloquy right now.
A what?
Soliloquy.
What's a soliloquy?
It's where you are on stage and you just talk. It's just you. You're just talking.
That's what we're doing anyway.
But it's you only. It's one person. It's one person.
Oh.
And you're just like...
Wait, so would any comedy sketch be considered a soliloquy?
It could, but it's more of a...
Monologue?
Hold on. It's more like a monologue, but it's more hypothetical. Like you're just... Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Like you're thinking out loud. You're not talking to any person.
Oh, so kind of like what Joe Rogan does when his guests go take a piss and stuff. No, because he always says Jamie.
Jesus Christ.
It's empty. Calm down.
Jesus. Oh, shut up, stupid.
Jesus.
Jesus, Frank.
Jesus, Frank.
That would be.
So you've been begging me to do a podcast together. Because, it's the new hip thing, and you're a hipster. And
Hipster.
Oh.
Look at your glasses.
Oh, look at who picked my glasses. Who picked these? It wasn't me.
Because they look good.
Yeah, because you're a fucking hipster.
Babe, you didn't have to.
You know why? You know the only reason I agreed to these? Because, look, I 100% would not pick these.
What?
They're way too big. They're way too obvious. I like
You like
barely.
dad glasses. You like the same exact glasses that my dad has.
Okay,
He's 52.
Your dad is an emperor, so that's fine. I'm okay with that.
He's got his new groove.
Yeah. But...
The top rim only,
yeah, half jackets, half
jackets.
yeah, that's what...
Half jacket this, bitch.
Jesus.
Just joking.
But... I wouldn't
Yeah,
pick
the
these, but do you know the only
Oakleys
reason?
and Ray-Bans and
Yeah,
Nikes
the
that
sweet,
just
sleek.
silver metal,
Yeah,
half
sleek.
top rims only.
Beautiful. Crazy.
Oh my god, they're for
Wonderful.
52-year-olds.
No, they're not!
And listen, my dad's cool for wearing those. Like,
Yeah, your dad's just cool, though.
my dad is cool, but
Oh, wow.
wow, what?
That's not many people say their dad's cool.
I like my dad.
I like your dad, too. He's cool. I like my dad, too. He's also cool. In a very different way.
so cool.
He's cool in a very different way.
Yes.
Your dad is cool, like, quiet.
They're not polar opposites, but
They're very different. They're very different. But you know what's funny is, I bet your dad and my dad would get along so well.
I think that they would.
Yeah, I think that my dad would thrive in the fact that your dad is quiet, and your dad would thrive in the fact that my dad doesn't stop talking.
Yeah. My dad could be a social butterfly, given the right situations and the right booze, and the right forcing of the booze.
Forcing of the booze.
Well, yeah, situations
like me coming around.
No.
Kello, you're ruining the podcast by putting bells in the background.
Quit your tippy taps.
Yeah.
Quit your bell ringing.
Kello,
Situations force the booze for my dad.
he's a social drinker, essentially.
No, he's a social drinker, not in the sense that most people are a social drinker.
I want Kool-Aid in that. I want sugar-free Kool-Aid. I don't want...
Sugar-free Kool-Aid and Tito's for dog people. We need some sponsors.
Right. Tito's, hook us up. First episode. We're already getting sponsored
We
by
love Bert.
Major Liquor. Bert Kreischer.
No, my dad.
His special comes out soon.
I know.
You have no ice left.
Shh, shh, shh. The ice is making. My dad is a...
The ice is
no,
making...
shut up, stupid. Shut up, stupid.
My dad owns a dealership.
Dude, my dad owns a dealership. My dad is a social drinker in the sense that social situations force him to drink, much like me.
Me too.
I like, for instance, what was that? That was my aunt's 50th birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
My dad's hated the fact that I ever drank. Mm-hmm. He didn't want me to even
right.
now.
Right.
Like,
it
was fine that my brother was when he was 18, 19, but when I was 21 doing it, it was bad. But okay, Kyle, whatever, you're in college, fine, go ahead. It's like, but that birthday party, we were both like, well, we got to get drunk or we can't go outside. Like,
we can't function amongst people.
Many people out there, and they were family.
Well, I know, like the last few birthday
parties.
Can't
do it.
Yeah. The last few birthday parties, I've been in the same boat where...
It hurts me to speak to people.
Well, it's not that. I'm not that. I'm not a weirdo like that. It's just, it's
I
more
don't
social...
Like it. I don't feel good.
It's a social anxiety for me. And it's groups of people, and it's one of those things that it's just a trigger that you don't realize I haven't had for years. And yeah, okay, PTSD. Okay, but I don't want to fucking harp on that, but it is. It's like you don't realize the trigger. So, and alcohol helped me calm down. God,
should not give a fuck.
Am I gonna listen to this later when I'm sober and be like, God, I'm addicted to booze?
Are you not sober now?
Oh yeah, I'm super sober. Sober as a bird.
My first fart.
It's a good way to start off the first episode. I like it. God, we've jumped topics.
Yep, this is how it goes all the time.
Yeah, but
there's so much. Why do we have so much to say to each other?
Why? We're both interesting.
You think so?
I mean, I'm interesting.
You are.
I'm interesting.
You are.
I'm interesting for
Up
sure.
top.
But
I'm just hilarious.
Oh yeah, you're hilarious. You're the funniest person I know.
That better be true.
It's fine. It's mixed.
No, I have to mix it so good.
Let's make it to 30 minutes, and then we can take a commercial break. We're at 23.
Thank God.
Hey, tippy taps, calm down with the bells.
Let's get back on here's where we derailed. This is your mom's house podcast.
No.
Yeah, because I'm the one that brought it up. I had something to say about it, and then we went.
You didn't bring it up.
You did.
I don't think so. I think the recording will tell.
I think it will tell.
No,
I think it will tell.
We were talking about podcasts, and I was like, Joe Rogan Experience, your mom's house podcast. That was me. I think that was me. If it was good and
classic Ronnie.
Yeah, I'm gonna take credit for all the good things for sure.
Well, it's not anything good, and I haven't even gotten to say anything about it yet.
It's a percentages game. Most of the time.
You're low 30s.
No. Most of the time, if it's good and we're doing it, it's my idea, for sure.
Okay, this podcast was my idea.
This podcast is going to be the best podcast that ever existed.
Okay.
That's all it's going to be.
No, anyway. Your mom's house.
Hey.
What, Gene?
No, you can't steal.
I know, we can't rip it off.
Yeah, you can't be a complete rip-off. But I'm going to rip off this joke from Reddit. There are thousands of your mama jokes that have been done by thousands of people, just like your mama.
Okay.
Very good one. Mm-hmm. How did Germans tie their shoes?
Whoa!
How did Germans tie their shoes? And little Nazis.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I just got an idea.
Okay.
Just a bright idea.
Finally.
And this isn't going to go well for me.
Okay.
But I think we need to describe each other.
Describe each other?
I think we need to describe what each other looks like.
No.
Why? What are you scared about?
You describing me, I guess, is probably...
Why?
Well, why do we need to describe what each other looks like?
I just got the idea.
so that people.
There's no YouTube.
So people are.
We're not on YouTube.
Well, we will get there. It starts as an audio, and the next thing you know, we got a studio. We're recording
Joe
ourselves.
Rogan's coming over.
Whoa, Jesus. He's like,
We're
wow,
trading slots.
you guys started your own podcast in your living room with a shitty
On your
app.
cell phone.
With a shitty dad app. And
Voice
and
recorder,
now you're the
TM.
biggest. Now you're the biggest podcast in history. Yeah, can't wait for that fucking day. Which isn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
But okay, well, describe me.
Well, in a minute. It's just an
No,
idea.
no.
It's
You
too
brought
much
it up.
bouncing.
No,
it's
you
too
can't
much bouncing.
You can't put the cheese in there like that and then
Yes,
just
I
not
can.
give
I do
the
it all
people
the
what they
time.
want. Not give the people
Who
what they
are
want.
the people?
I don't.
Who are the people, Ronnie?
Who are the people, Ronnie?
Yeah.
I thought that was going to keep going. And you just stopped. I was like,
Who are the people, Ronnie?
whoever listens to this stupid shit.
Okay, but your mom's house. I was saying, don't.
I didn't. I wouldn't.
You're doing.
I didn't and I
Okay,
wouldn't.
I was saying that the most recent episode,
Don't
was
spoil
very-
it for you.
I won't spoil.
You're.
I won't spoil. I was just saying it's
Okay,
very
so hold on,
hilarious.
hold
It's
on.
very relatable, and that's why I wanted
Hold
to.
on. Let's go back to describing each
Yeah.
other. The very first thing I want to describe you as is a fucking spoiler. You spoil everything.
I want to punch your glasses off. Your
Yeah, that's
face.
fine because you.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. You spoil everything. Hey, watch The Walking Dead with me. Oh, don't worry about Glenn. He's gonna die in a minute anyway. You spoiling son. By the way, spoiler alert. Glenn dies. Somebody listens to it, they're like, that fucking asshole.
I just found The Walking Dead.
I think what was there's.
It's okay. There's still like that could be in 2 different seasons that you're talking about.
Right. Oh,
Spoil again.
Yeah. Well, we just ruined it as hard as we could ruin it.
Just nobody watch The Walking Dead. Just don't. Just save yourself the heartache of when
Yeah.
it turns to shit.
Yeah, right? Because you're like, this is
Just
so...
absolute shit. It is. I wish there was a video. So I must describe what's happening.
No, don't talk about this.
We don't talk about that?
We don't talk about this.
Okay.
This is a necessity function. This is not a to be talked about.
Okay, if it's audible, then people will know what it is. So we'll just leave it at that.
I am so silent.
We'll leave it at that. This is a thing I've done at multiple parties, by the way.
I'm watching the sound bars, and I can tell you it's probably audible.
Okay, well, this is a voice recorder, not a...
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh, I'll spoil it.
No, don't. Yeah, you fucking usually do. Here, let's just.
Oh, what are you doing?
The sink looks dirty.
You're doing good.
Oh, fuck. You're doing good. Kel, what do you want? Why do you decide that now?
Kal-El is a dog.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's also Superman. But
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't explain that shit
He's
to
also
anyone.
he's also an idiotic dog.
I took the dog and the children for a walk.
You took your children for a walk?
They kept pulling on their fucking leashes. It was really annoying.
The kids or the dog?
The kids.
No.
No. We went for a walk though, and of course, every time that happens when the dog is with us, there's like an old lady in our very old neighborhood that's like, "Oh my god, he's so beautiful. What is he? What's his name?" And then I have to go, "Kal-El," and then I have to explain it. And they're just
But
like,
that's good. That's a conversation. That's a conversation piece.
Well, so that happened today with this old lady up the street, and she was like, "Callow, oh, okay, Kello. Where did you get that?" Anyways, so I explained what the dog's name really is, and that it's Superman's real name.
It's not his real name.
It's his first planetary name.
No.
Yeah,
You're disappointing
I am
so
not.
many people that are going to listen to this in the future. It's his Kryptonian name.
That's
you
what I
piece of shit.
mean.
That's not what you said.
Clark Kent is not his real name.
It is his real name. It's what he goes by.
The Kal-El is his birth name.
But he goes by Clark Kent. He goes by Clark. His parents call him Clark.
No, everyone calls him Clark Kent.
No, his parents call him Clark.
Clark Kent.
They don't call him Kal-El.
His original parents did.
Yeah, his original parents knew him for a fucking day.
Yeah, I watched the cartoon. The one that exists.
Your parents aren't the people that birthed you. Your parents are the people that raised you.
Okay, so I have to explain the dog's name, as I always do, and why his eyes are white, like a White Walker demon. And he's just shaking his butt at me right now because he knows he's being talked about. But anyways, it's the lady's like bent over gardening. She's asking about the dog.
Did he bite her face off?
No, but he was very skittish when she tried to reach out and let him sniff and like pet her and stuff. And I said, "Oh, don't worry. It's mostly only small children that he bites."
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But anyways, so she's talking about the dog, and then she's like, well, where do you live? I thought that was weird.
Where do you live?
Like, that wasn't even part of the conversation.
Well, but
it was all about the dog, and,
no,
well, where do you live?
Yeah,
I go, oh, just down at the end, okay, bye. Like, we're done now, right? We're done. Go back
but
to
if you walk in this neighborhood, you're from this neighborhood. So
planting
people
your
are, like,
tulips,
just asking
Martha.
which corner or building you're from, you know.
Yeah, I know, this is...
Speaking of which, the one next door is for sale.
Yeah.
And good old Virginia.
Virginia?
Yeah, how she sends me the thing. You know how I showed you the links?
Yeah.
Yeah, that she sent me that one.
Yes, I know, because my gosh, I get told how much they are all the time. I don't care.
Do you know how much that one is?
180.
185.
Yeah.
I would pay 185 for a fucking
I know. That's what I
duplex.
said to Abram's friend's mama. I was like, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
both
right?
sides of the duplex
No.
could go for that?
Yeah, no, 185,000 for half of a duplex. That's insane.
Yeah.
We live.
And these are very small. This is like a normal sized living room.
It's not
is the
small.
kitchen, dining room, and living room. It's
no, it's not small. It's because this is.
It's like 2,000.
No, it's more than that.
Okay.
It's more than that. For
It's
sure.
just.
I think it's like 2,700.
It's laid out very efficiently. You
But
know?
at the same. But yeah, but
What
at
I'm
the same.
saying, it's open.
Right, but it's just not. It's not enough for a family of 6.
No, we're a little bit cramped in here.
But we live in fucking suburban Springfield.
We're not though. We're not though super cramped. It's just it could be a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. The big thing is storage. We don't have
It's
fucking
terrible
storage.
here.
We don't
But
have-
it doesn't matter. We're renting. This literally doesn't matter.
Right, but yeah, I just couldn't believe that when I saw how much they're selling for. I was like, what the fuck?
I agree.
So anyway,
So is this
their
podcast
floors
gonna
are
be on?
gray.
Is this podcast gonna be on like local Ozark radio though?
For sure. Speaking of this podcast,
I'm just kidding.
we should take a break.
Okay.
Now it's time for a word from our sponsors,
Who
Which
don't
are-
exist. Bye.
which are us. We sponsor this ourselves because we're poor and we don't have sponsors. All right, bye.